happy holidays from the Roasted Snow Horror Show.
We are here to spread the holiday fear.
Jingle bells ring out of tune, sleigh bells clank in the empty room. Clank, clank. Creepy Santa's got an axe to grind. Ho, 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 he's lost his mind. Candy cane stripes, blood on the snow.
Where's the deadliest Santa? Let's go!
It's the Roasted Snow Horror Show.
Let's go!
Killer Crank steal in the glow.
Oh no!
Chop, chop, chop through the mistletoe. Deck the halls with screams, let it flow.
Eggnog spike with fear tonight. Tinsel wrap too tight, it bites.
Ow! Santa's laughing, man, he's cracked. Silent night,
No, it's a splatter attack.
Ranger hoof stomp, the chimney shakes.
Who's the scariest Claus? Raise the stakes!
It's the Roasted Snow Horror Show.
Let's go!
Killer Crank steal in the glow.
Oh no!
Chop, chop, chop through the mistletoe. Deck the halls with screams, let it flow.
Here are your hosts, the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
Chris and Ryan.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to the Roasted Snow Horror Show, Christmas edition. I hope you guys like that new intro. Obviously, we're only going to have it for one day, but damn, it just hypes me up tonight. I'm your host, Ryan Rosted.
It's such a
Everything's
banger.
It's
Absolute
such
banger.
such a banger, dude. My name's Ryan Rosted. Everybody thinks my last name is Roasted, so I'm Roasted. This is my good buddy and co-host, Chris Snow, the Snowman, the sexual Tyrannosaurus. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. How you doing?
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year. Yeah, my Tommy gun don't.
So many great. I mean, the fact that they filmed that short little thing for that movie and put it in there, it's just the film is such a classic. Let's start with that, right? I mean, you can watch Home Alone at any time of the year and it's going to hit.
Mm-hmm. Well, both of them. I'm for Home Alone 2 as well. And I love the conspiracy theory that Kevin McAllister grows up to become Jigsaw because he's all about
All
the
the
traps and
traps and
everything. So I choose to live in that universe. That Macaulay Culkin is somehow Tobin Bell. So anyway, man, how you doing? How's Christmas shaping up?
Really good, man. I've got, obviously a short week at work, so always looking forward to that. I always get really excited this time of year, not just because, I'm a bit of a vampire, so I like when it's dark outside. The only bad thing about it is, damn it, if we have not had any snow. We had one good snow day, but for the love of God, it's December 20th and it's 65 degrees outside.
And the forecast ain't looking much better. It's going to be a toasty Christmas. It's going to be a roasty, toasty Christmas. Well, so tonight, obviously we went back and forth on kind of how to do this because there are so many Christmas horror movies out there. It's impossible to touch on them all. So we decided, guys, that we were going to do kind of a Santa Smackdown. We were going to take Santa Claus that are in horror movies and pit them against each other and see which one would win overall and which one you would not want to see coming down your chimney at the end of the night. Now, there's a lot of different variations of this. There's Christmas shorts, there's full-on movies. So we had to narrow it down to 4. Now, inevitably, someone out there is going to be pissed that some Santa Claus didn't end up on this list. But the 4 we have, they're going to be going head-to-head in kind of a semifinal bracket style. We have Billy from the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. And I think we're just going to all package every single one into one. Like, they're pretty similar throughout the movies and whatnot. We're going to have Santa Claus from Santa's Sleigh, Mr. Bill Goldberg, your favorite.
I told my Bill Goldberg story on a previous episode, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
thinking about maybe throwing his theme song in here over over us talking right now, at least briefly. Then from Violent Night, we have Santa Claus, played by Dave Harbour. That was Stranger Things fame. He is. So we have him, and then rounding out the 4, which may be the top seed, but I'm not sure. It's Art the Clown or fucking Bob if you talk to John. Bob Art from Terrifier 3. He dons the Santa costume and fucks some people up. So and the way we're going to Yep. And the way we're going to do this to make it as fair as possible, because Art, obviously, in the second and third Terrifiers, he has more of a demonic possession type thing. He's not really human. for the sake of this argument, he's human. He still has the same mean streak and all that, but he is mortal. Also in Violent Night, I think he can pull magic toys and stuff out of his Santa bag. So for this argument, all of these guys are going to be mortal. So we'll get to that bracket in a second. We'll have some honorable mentions that we just kind of think of. But I gotta know, Chris, what, like, you're sitting down to watch just a normal Christmas movie, no horror, no nothing. What are you watching?
Man, that's a really good question, but it's a real close tie for me. And I won't say it's a tie. I'll tell you which one of these movies comes out on top. It's going to be either Home Alone, because talk about a classic and talk about something that just sticks with me 30 years later. That's fantastic. And Die Hard. Fuck all of what you guys say. Die Hard's a Christmas movie, and I will not hear anything otherwise.
Well, you just contradicted yourself, because Macaulay Culkin came out and said that, and he's kind of like maybe Christmas movie royalty, and he said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I agree with you, though. It's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls down the tower.
Hans, Bobby, I'm your white knight.
Damn right.
But I mean, I think anything's a Christmas movie if you have just a little bit of Christmas in it. Like The Shining is a Christmas movie because I think there's a mention of Christmas in there. But yeah, that is an awesome debate to have, because you're either one. There's no middle ground. You're one way or the other. And you will never be swayed. It's like politics. You'll never be swayed. But you'll yell about it online and whatnot. So
yep,
okay,
yell and scream. But the one that comes out on top, baby, we're going with Home Alone. Okay. You just gotta.
Mm-hmm. It's the more traditional Christmas movie, and it's just, it reminds you probably, like it does me, of childhood and kind of
days of innocence, guarding your own house with Matchbox cars and a BB gun and a big spider that they actually put on Daniel Stern's face. Fun fact about it, you can watch this in the Netflix show The Movies That Made Us. Daniel Stern agreed for them to put that tarantula on his face. When he screams, it's a silent scream. He just goes, and then they overdubbed the scream later, because they were like, if you scream, the spider might bite you. So it was just a silent scream, and then he did the track in ADR after the fact.
That's awesome. I did.
And Joe Pesci mumbling.
Joe Pesci, I love him. My Cousin Vinny is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, it's so good. You're sticking out like a sore thumb around here.
Oh yeah. You got what, Marissa Tomei. We got two Utes. What is a Ute?
To what?
What?
Did you say Utes?
Yeah, 2 Utes.
What is a Ute?
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor. 2 youths.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, he's like,
how am I funny?
He's like, sorry, sir, 2 youths. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Actually, just while we're on Home Alone, I did see another conspiracy theory, and this one actually kind of holds water here. That Uncle Frank, that he orchestrated the whole thing, because he does not like Kevin. He intentionally did not wake him up, and he tipped off the Wet Bandits to hit up the house, and he was going to split halvesies on everything. Because he is he is kind of a piece of shit and a moocher, and yeah. So just Home Alone has an abundance of conspiracy theories. It's awesome.
I could get with that. And Uncle Frank, man, if it makes you feel any better, I forgot my reading glasses. I think is what he says on the plane when they realize they left Kevin behind.
Yeah, don't you worry, don't you ruin my vacation, you little twerp. Your dad's paying good money for this.
And before we move on, can I just say the absolute insanity of flying in the 90s when you could just sprint right to the gate? That is not a thing anymore. You guys, those of you who were born after 9/11/2001 need to understand that before that, when you need to get on a plane, you could sprint right to the gate, given your ticket and your boarding pass, and you get right on. I mean, obviously if you've flown recently or after that, it's a whole ordeal. Didn't always used to be that way.
Well, and it used to be like a family thing, at least for my family. If my dad was going out of town on a business trip, we'd take a trip
right to the gate.
Airport. You can walk him to the gate. You can have some lunch over there. Now it's like, don't even think about it. You can barely do anything. Security moved like that. It was a different time for sure. And And also in Home Alone 2, I mean, he gets on the plane without his boarding pass.
Yeah.
And
They're
he's like,
just
oh
like-
yeah, I see my dad right over there. They're like, yeah, let him on, whatever.
Two classics, man.
Oh man, and so I'm a do a kind of an off the board one here. It's not. I consider it a classic. There's no conspiracy theories on this one that I know of, but I am always down. It's always been a Christmas Eve tradition since I was as young as I can remember. But watching a Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay, yeah, let's go, baby. Love it.
Which the funniest thing about that, especially when you get older, is it's like, you know, Michael Caine is just the most Michael Caine performance of all time. They're like, hey, you know, Michael, you're playing Scrooge, but it's like it's a Muppets movie, so you don't have to go crazy. And he's like, I'm going for an Oscar on this baby.
The man gives 100% or no percent.
He does, and he, in my mind, he will always be Scrooge. He's my Scrooge. In the history of Scrooges, like I guess if I really think of a role that he was in, it was obviously Batman. Like he's
perfect.
He's
Alfred.
Yeah, he's great. I failed you, and he's at the diner in what is it, like Paris or something?
Europe
like,
somewhere, and he just sees him, and
he's like, a nod.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah. So
I gotta watch the Dark Knight trilogy now, like real soon, because that's all I'm thinking about.
You do. So we're going to get into this now. Obviously, we have our 4 Santa Clauses that are going to battle it out in our non-existent arena. But are there any on this list that were left out that you were wanting to get in here? That maybe, I mean, it's the college football playoff just started. We always have the first teams out. Fuck the committee. We're going to be our own committee here. So
tell us how you really feel, Mr. Rostad.
Who do you think the first 2 would be out on this tournament that just missed the cut, if you had to pick?
That's a good question. I mean, a lot of classic Santas. I feel good about the 4 that we do have on here. You put me on the spot. I've honestly only been thinking about the 4 that are in the tournament, and not thinking of thinking of some others. Does Krampus count?
I went back and forth on Krampus. Oh, you know what? For this sake, yeah, he is the 5th seed. He just missed out, Krampus. Because he is the anti-Santa Claus. So,
good point.
And then there was one from Christmas Evil. That one just missed out. We obviously could have picked and choose one of them from Silent Night, Deadly Night, but we went with just kind
Billy
of the blanket. Yeah. The one that I was thinking of, and I don't even know if you've seen it because it's not technically it's not a feature film. It's from Tales from the Crypt, and it's called oh god, now I can't remember the name, but I looked it up before I came on the show tonight, and now I can't remember. But it was a short that they had there, and I mentioned it on the last episode. But the Santa Claus in that, he's a deranged mental patient, and he's going around with an axe. All these Santa Clauses have axes. I don't know why, but they do. And so I think he would be on there. There's the Santa from A Christmas Horror Story. He's in there.
Okay.
So there's a few in there that we missed, but there's a lot of Christmas movies out there that don't have Santa in it at all.
Honorable mention: Black Christmas, the original.
Yes,
Christmas slasher film.
There you go. Yep. And that's why it's so hard to narrow down what kind of topics you're going to talk about on Christmas. Maybe next Christmas we will just do a true power ranking of what Christmas movies are the best and which are the worst. But all right, I like where we're at on that. So Chris has not seen my list. I put these 4 names down, and I even said them in a different order intentionally at the beginning of the show. So I listed them 1 through 4. He is going to pick 2 numbers between 1 and 4, and that's going to be our first random matchup that we will talk about. Then we'll go to the second matchup, and then we will have our championship. And it probably won't make sense at all, but hey, we're going to have fun with it. So I guess let me know your numbers.
Let's go with the outliers. I want number 1 and number 4.
Okay, and you know what? That's probably how this bracket, if we went on true power rankings, this was going to pan out 1 through 4. So the 4th seed is going to be Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night. And
Nazi Slayer himself.
And he is going up against the newly mortal Art the Clown.
Okay.
So, obviously we touched on the Silent Night Deadly Night remake last week. Encourage you guys to check that out. And actually we got a lot of traction on our episodes last week, so appreciate everybody that has checked us out. We just started a TikTok. I'm 37. I know nothing about TikTok, so I'm learning as I go. I'm texting old co-workers of mine. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, guys.
What's the TikTok handle?
It's at Roasted Snow Horror Show.
Check it out.
Check it out, guys. I think I'm even starting a Pinterest. I don't even know if that's going to work out, but I'm
We're going to start attracting the 40-year-old housewives to the show. I love it. I know they're out there.
Yep. We love you, all of you.
We love all of you.
All of you guys. All right. So I guess we can talk a little bit about these movies that these guys are in and kind of what they bring to the table here. So which one do you want to take? Do you want to take Art or Billy?
Well, I'll take Billy, and I'll take it for the sake of we probably don't need to get too far into it because we just did a fantastic episode about Silent Night, Deadly Night. But let's talk about the pros of Billy and why Billy might just be coming out on top here. And I'm going to use the Nazi slaying scene from Silent Night, Deadly Night as our number one argument for Billy. Billy is, the crux of the movie is that he hears the voice, and the voice is what's compelling him to kill. I think the voice clearly gives Billy some supernatural strength abilities and things he can do that a normal person can't do. And he is pretty vicious with that axe. And Billy, there's no sign that Billy is actually immortal. He's kind of just in fact, if you've seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, you kind of know that he's not immortal. Spoiler alert. But I think with the voice and what it kind of empowers him to do when he's listening to it, I think gives him a huge advantage over Art the Clown in this situation. Particularly if Art the Clown is going to be mortal.
That's a really good point. I didn't even think about the voice in his head because it does not make him immortal. So in our made up rules, I think that applies that he still can use that to an advantage. So Art, on the other hand, and I'm just going to use the Art from Terrifier 3, and talking about like how he kills people and kind of what his whole deal is. Art is probably the most ferocious killer. At least he's in the top 5 in horror history. Obviously, the stigma behind this movie is the gore and how, they try to one-up each movie. In Terrifier 2, all I heard about was the bedroom scene and how disgusting that was. And don't get me wrong, it's totally disgusting, but watching it, and maybe it's just because we're sickos, I don't know, but like I was just laughing through it because he is so fucking mean in it. He and I said I wasn't going to talk about the other movies, but I got to talk about this scene.
Can I give my best Art the Clown impression real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. Art, man, obviously he was prevalent in our intro video there, but I forget the girl's name that he messes up, but like he like scalps her and he basically like rips her face off and like tears her out. Like he is like insane. And then like this girl takes forever to die. She does not die for a long time. Yeah, it's
poor girl.
It's such torture. And he brings like bath salt and throws it into her wounds and or bleach.
He's such a jerk. And I'm thinking about his first kill in the first Terrifier movie before he was like, no, he just shows up at it's not a gas station, it's like an overnight diner. And he's just sitting there staring at the two protagonists, like doing his Art the Clown thing. And then they leave and he kills the poor overnight worker that's there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's such a dick.
And he's a dick in Terrifier 3 as well.
Oh yeah,
because this movie starts out and he kills a kid like 2 minutes into the movie. It's off screen.
Yep. They're setting the tone. They're like, this is how it's going to go.
They're like, he will kill kids. He does not care. Which that's why I think this gives him the advantage because he has no morality at all. He does not care. He will kill anyone that gets in his way. So in this movie, in Terrifier 3, he starts off, he kills a kid, he kills the parents, he, again, uses an axe. There's going to be a lot of axes in this episode, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
The most infamous kill in this movie is the shower scene where he decides to take a chainsaw to 2 unexpected victims in some very creative and messed up ways that is right on par with the 1 and 2.
This guy is such a dick. He's a bigger dick than like the Ghostface killers in all the Scream
Yeah.
movies. He's such a dick.
He's such a dick. Yeah.
He's
and then
such a dick.
And then earlier in the movie, he's in his normal Art the Clown stuff, and he goes to a bar and he sees a mall Santa that is just sitting at the bar, and he has a nice, this is the one little type of morality that you see in him is he kind of like, he's starstruck by Santa. He loves him. He needs to get his suit somehow. So, it doesn't end well for good Santa and the other bar patrons that night. And even the director, he said, I wanted the scene in here because I wanted to tease his morality, and then I wanted the audience to be like, no, he has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. I think he sprays like liquid nitrogen on him, freezes Santa, and then just starts hacking into him with a hammer. Like, yeah, he is a dick. And then to top that off, I know, how could it get worse?
It does. It so does.
He goes to a mall and plays the mall Santa, and he gives gifts out to the kids. And these gifts are explosives. And he murders all these kids in their family.
Like, this is one of those things where, like, I understood the first movie got made, it was shot in the face. The second movie got made, and I heard, like, stories that people were, like, walking out of the theater. I was like, yeah, I can understand that. There comes a point where, like, you see these things happening, and you're like, how are they allowing this? Like, even in today's day and age, how are they allowing this movie to be made? Because it is so horrible.
Right, and Terrifier 4 is on the way as well. So
they're like, people keep spending money, so we'll keep making them.
Yep, and I think the first one was like a direct to streaming, like, or maybe had.
It was a very tame. Like Art the Clown's well, yeah, I guess tame isn't quite the way to say it. But Art the Clown he's like a Pierrot, and it grew from there. I mean, and then Terrifier 2 came, he just threw everything against the wall, and the controversy is kind of what made it blow up. And then here's Terrifier 3, and now Terrifier 4 is in the bag. Insane.
Yeah, and I mean, and he, he's got the mall explosives. He goes after the protagonist. He unfortunately kills one off screen that was a character that I grew to love. So I hate Art. Like, he's like you keep saying, he is an absolute dick. He is
100%.
And so I mean, if you're looking at him, if you're looking at these two head to head, obviously Billy has the pro with the voice in his head, kind of leading the way and giving him some advice and guiding him. Whereas Art, he just does not give a fuck, and he will hurt you with anything. If there's a Crayola marker, he'll probably find a way to kill you with it. And just the deranged faces that he makes, and the innocent people that he takes, and all that. We'll probably have a whole episode on Terrifier at some point.
We'll definitely do Terrifier at some point.
Yeah, because it's
there's too many great kills in that series to not talk about each one.
They're just each one is more over the top, and even like I'm missing some in this movie. Like I think they're construction workers that he messes up.
Oh yeah,
like there's a lot. So obviously, if you're going to check out Terrifier 3 or any of the other ones, have a strong stomach. Kind of know what you're getting into on that.
Definitely.
But if these two go head to head, obviously, if they're both going to get probably pretty beat up going into the final. Whoever comes out on top. But yeah, where are your thoughts on this? Who do you think comes out on top, and how?
So I think we have a great matchup here, but if I have to pick one as the winner of a bout, I got to go with Billy. And the reason I'm going with Billy is because as sick as Art is, and how deranged Art is, and all the strange ways he'll find to kill you, if we're putting two mortals up against each other, I think it's going to come down to brute strength. And I think Billy, with that axe and that voice in his head and what we've seen him do, particularly going again back to the Nazi scene, I think Billy's just going to be unbeatable with that axe. I think Art's going to be, because Art is not a physically imposing killer, to say the least. That's not to say that Billy's that physically imposing either, but I think the abilities that he brings to the table and the weight and the things he can do with that axe, I think it's going to overwhelm Art, because Art's going to try to get creative and be like, oh, there's a hook here and here's an electrical wire, and if I put the two together, it's going to kill. I think Billy's just going to overwhelm him with strength and brute force, and that axe is going to hit home really soon. So I'm going with Billy.
Okay. Well, and I'm leaning the other way because it's a good point that Art is not, because Art's kind of a skinny dude. He's he's not a I mean, he's a circus clown for Christ's sake. But I just think the moment he draws blood on Billy, it's over because he is just going to find the most creative way he can to take out this guy. Maybe use his own axe against him. I don't know. Maybe he can manipulate Billy's voice in his head to go after himself. I don't know. This is why these conversations are ridiculous, but that's why we wanted to do it. So in order to make this fair, though, I think one of us needs to pick the winner of this matchup, whether we agree with it or not, and then the other person, if there is a split, decides the next time. So
I will defer to you in this one, sir.
Well, then I'm going Art. I got to go Art on this one.
Word.
But Billy, split decision, and we'll see if we don't agree on the champ, then maybe Billy's in the discussion. I don't know. We'll see. But I do think it is a lot closer than it may have appeared initially on paper. And then obviously, if you put Art's, if you give him all of his powers, he's just gonna run through this entire list. So it was not fair in that sense. I mean. Again, and we haven't seen Art like how much he can take a hit either, like as a mortal, because he's taking hits.
I mean, one punch to the face, especially from a bigger dude.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to make the next matchup very interesting.
You know what? God damn it! Fuck it. We'll go with Billy. Fuck it. Sorry, Art. Sorry, Art. I'm just thinking of Nazis. I chose this on my own. You did not peer pressure me into this. All right. Don't give yourself that much credit.
No credit.
But no, if we are playing by the made-up rules that I made up, then it is only fair if the axe does hit Art. I don't know how he would be able to recover. So, fine. Reluctantly, Art, you are now Bob. So, sorry.
Peace, Art.
Okay, now this one, I just feel on paper, this one's going to be very even.
This is a Titanic heavyweight clash.
Mm-hmm. This is how did these two end up in the same bracket? Because both of these probably should be in the final.
I was going to say, depending on how the ones I chose go in at the beginning, I could kind of see, you know what, I think I know what the final match is going to be, but we're getting it interesting from the get.
Dude, we are. Because I did not have Billy win in that one, and then by my own accord, I put him in there. So I hope he appreciates that, and I hope Art doesn't come after me. But so this next one, we have it is a true Santa versus Santa matchup, which that's odd because Art and Billy are not true Santas. These are the actual Santa Claus. One is Bill Goldberg, plays Santa in Santa's Sleigh, and the other one is Dave Harbour, that plays Santa Claus in Violent Night. Two completely different characters here. Obviously, Goldberg, he is an antagonist. He's a bad guy. And then Santa in Violent Night is a good guy. He's a flawed good guy, but he is a good guy. And I'll defer to you on this one. Which one do you want to talk about?
I got to go with Dave Harbour on this one. And I'm going to say it because they made Santa in Violent Night such a badass. And I love. So let's start with the movie first. Number one, I love this film.
Mm-hmm.
It's not taking itself too seriously. It knows exactly what it is. It's a campy, over the top, violent romp, and they take advantage of the R rating in this one too. Because rarely are you going to. I mean, I shouldn't say rarely because we're talking about killer Santas in this whole episode. But seeing David Harbour dressed up as Saint Nick, swinging an axe into people's faces and using all kinds of Christmas magic to kill these fools. Let's go to the end. I mean, the end of the movie where he finally kills John Leguizamo, the way that he does it with the chimney and the. I mean, this thing was so it was so cool. It was so much fun to watch. They gave Santa they don't leave you in the wings as to why Santa is a violent killer, or why he can be a violent killer, because they give a little bit of backstory as to who he is and where he comes from, which was kind of cool. Spoiler alert: he was swinging a medieval axe as a Viking in the Viking times.
I think it was called Skull Crusher. Was that
the
axe's name?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Yep, he was swinging that thing around, just killing fools. So I mean, yeah, this is a lot of fun. This Santa's such a badass, and if there's anyone that can go toe to toe with Bill freaking Goldberg, it's going to be David Harbour as this Santa, as an ex-Viking swinging a battle axe around. Perfect.
And
Heavyweight fight.
he gets extra points too because like he kills a guy with an ornament. He kills multiple people with a figure skate or a hockey skate. I can't remember which one. He
kills John Leguizamo, the final guy. So obviously Santa hits his nose, goes up the chimney, and that's how he goes up and down and delivers gifts. He forces him and John Leguizamo are fighting in like an old abandoned broken down cottage, right? That's burned down at some point in the past, and only the rock chimney is still standing. He uses his magic to force John Leguizamo up that rock chimney, and of course John Leguizamo is not a magic person, he's just a normal guy, and it completely just ruins him going up the chimney. It's a great death. Such a cool death.
Like it would with any of us, and the whole reason he gets put onto this killing spree is by accident. And what I
wrong
really
place, wrong time, Santa.
And like at the beginning of the movie, like you could tell I think he's drinking. He's kind of over, like he's pissing off the side of the sleigh. Like
he's kind of over the whole Christmas thing. It's like I've been doing this for 600 years now.
He's so exhausted, and so I think he even says he's like, this might be my last Christmas. Because he's like, people don't care anymore, and this
no one believes in me,
right? And so he stumbles upon this what turns out to be kind of an inside job crime scene where he has to take out
the whole gang,
hired hands, the ones.
And before you ask, he can't fly away because his sleigh and the reindeer have taken off without him.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I think he even tries to like touch his nose, and like he's not getting a signal.
Yep. It's so hilarious.
My favorite part of this movie, and I'm totally putting the clip in on this episode, but it's when he has the grenade and he's fighting the guy on the kill squad, and he puts the grenade into this guy's snowsuit, and the guy can't find it. So then Santa runs away, and then he looks at the camera and he goes, I gotta watch, and turns around.
Stocking stuffer!
The guy blows up to smithereens. So that's the type of humor you get in this movie. Good. It's so ridiculous. It's so much fun. And it's not technically a horror movie because it's not the least bit scary, but it is pretty gory. It is very inventive kills. So I just have a good time with this one. But you take his magic away because of our rules that Art lost by.
No magic.
So he can't go up the chimney. He can't do any of that. But he is still very proficient in whatever weapon he can find. Because back to his Viking,
he's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
very. He and I think even in the flashback to his Viking day, he's like me and Skull Crusher, and like there's just oozes of blood dripping from his hammer, and
he's literally he's on a battlefield and he's just swinging into people's faces. It's great.
Yep. So he is a very strong contender here. However, he is going up against another strong contender in Bill Goldberg as Santa Claus in Santa's sleigh. And this one, the premise of the movie and kind of why he's on a killing spree, I thought was really interesting. It's really stupid, but I thought it was interesting. An interesting idea that Santa, a long time ago, he lost I think it's like a curling match to an angel, and he said, okay, for the next 1,000 years, you have to be the bringer of joy and deliver presents and this and that, because Santa, I think, I can't remember if he's a demon or if he just, he works for hell. He's something like that. So the 1,000 years is up. This is the first Christmas where he doesn't have to deliver toys. So like the very first scene, he comes down the chimney at this dinner party, and they're the most ridiculous kills. Cause he's just like he's doing like a flip on the table and stabbing the guy's hands into with like
icicles, like
Right,
frozen icicles he's killing them with.
He says a bunch of one-liners like Christmas theme. He's like, "Yes, Victoria, Santa is real."
Santa?
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
He makes house calls or something. Yeah. So, but he has a badass suit in this. It's like a metallic, like Santa suit type thing. It's very sleek looking. So he's on a rampage. He's had these 1,000 years to think about this, and so I thought that was an interesting part of the story of Santa. Like, what if Santa is actually evil and he's just he's forced to play the good guy? Yeah. Yep. Kind of like, I mean, we talked about Krampus a little bit. I mean, Krampus is the anti-Santa. What if Santa is the anti-Santa? What are your thoughts on your boy Bill Goldberg spearing people and shit?
So this one, to your point, what you said, like the most over the top, just like campy, crazy kills in this film. I mean, again, this is another one similar to Violent Night, that it doesn't take itself seriously. It knows what it is. It's B, borderline C movie camp. They're capitalizing on Bill Goldberg's career at the time, because you guys have to understand that this film is, probably about 24, 25 years old at this point. Early 2000s kind of thing. Yeah, capitalizing on Bill Goldberg's career. It's like I was saying, like he's using an icicle to kill people, and I mean, it's super fun. And again, going back to kind of what we were saying as far as the matchup is concerned, if there's one Santa that could go up against Dave Harbour's Santa, medieval Santa, it would have to be Bill Goldberg's Santa Slay himself.
They're very similar, body types, and obviously, I think probably Bill Goldberg's Santa is probably at the time in better shape than
Bill Goldberg's arm is like a leg of calf. You have to a leg of cow. You have to understand, he's just thick.
And especially since this is in his prime, I mean, he was trying to be The Rock before The Rock was The Rock. I mean, this was a straight to DVD. I remember seeing it at the store and seeing
it's Bill. Yeah, if you guys see the cover of it, insert cover picture of Santa Slay right here.
Right there.
It's Bill Goldberg with an icicle, icicle, just like scowling, and he's had it held up ready to stab you with it. It's insane.
So, these guys go head to head again. It's it's a like you said, a heavyweight bout. Probably goes the distance. I'm just going with gut feeling here, and you let me know your thoughts. But I just think the creativeness and the history behind it. I think Dave Harbour in Violent Night wins this one against Bill Goldberg. And
I'm glad you said that, because I actually agree on this one. As big as Bill Goldberg is, and again, it's Goldberg in his prime, there's just something about David Harbour's Santa in Violent Night, because in Santa Slay, Santa's very much like quasi unstoppable, to say, at least throughout most of the film. David Harbour's Santa he's not invincible, and he does take his licks in this film, but he always finds a way to kill the guy. You know what I mean? And I love that about him. He's not that he's scrappy. He's very big and strong. But he does take his licks, but he always comes back and kills the dude. Same with the final fight with John Leguizamo. He finds a way to do it. And I think that kind of grit and determination by Santa, particularly when he has an axe, I don't think Goldberg's Santa could overcome it.
No, and I mean, and I don't think morality has to play a part in this, but Dave Harbour's Santa is a good dude. He does want the best in people. He is just so beaten down by the job, but that plays into his motivation when he's going after these guys, because there is an innocent girl that is, which is funny in the movie because she also does like quasi Home Alone traps. I think she puts a nail on the step going up to the attic, and the guy's like, booby traps only work if you hide them. And then she throws like a bowling ball and it hits him, and then his head gets him, it goes right through his bottom jaw. And so it's more than just Santa doing fun kills in this movie. And obviously movie wise, there's no comparison here. Violent Night wins every time, just as
easily.
A movie. That one is one that I try and watch every Christmas season. It's just, I remember watching it for the first time, and you're not expecting the best movie of all time, but it's just so much damn fun. If you guys haven't seen that,
I saw that one in theaters with a friend who was visiting from Alaska. Just fun. Just fun.
I saw that. I just watched it on my phone. It was I think it was on like Peacock, and I was just watching it, and I had my headphones in, and
Were you at work?
No, I wasn't at work. Maybe, so I was watching that, and I couldn't stop laughing, because the movie is so funny, and I mean, you put John Leguizamo in anything, he's great. I loved him in The Menu. Like he plays basically the same character in most of his movies, but he's so damn good at it, and there's a reason why. So
flashback to Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, and that one.
That movie is an abortion.
It's
but
so
man, you
so
can't help
bad.
but like it. It's so bad.
He's so good in it. Yeah, I mean, as good as he can be. Yeah, it's like I'm
Luigi with the
Mario.
Material.
You're Mario.
Like.
All right, so I'm gonna throw a different question at you. Who wins the consolation between Art and Bill Goldberg? Are you
That's
going
a
Goldberg?
really good question. I gotta go Goldberg. Sorry, Art.
Damn.
I think Braun overcomes all in this kind of fight.
Okay. And we did take away his powers, and if we're going by those rules that made him lose that first matchup, then damn, I think
Goldberg's going to take his bag of tricks and just beat the life out of him with it.
And you're next, Art. Okay, man, Art. Damn,
sorry, Art.
He got smoked in this. Holy. Okay, well, now we're to the championship. We got Dave Harbour Santa Claus versus Billy. So we have a true Santa versus a Santa that hears voices. That is not a true Santa. Obviously, we've gone through the movies. How do you see this one playing out?
Let me give you my winner, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
Balls to the wall, winner take all fight between Billy, David Harbour Santa. I gotta go with David Harbour Santa. And for the exact same reason that he beat Bill Goldberg, Santa. This man finds ways to win. I almost feel like I need to put on a wig and do a Don King right now. This man finds ways to win. He's a great fighter. Just one of the greatest fighters of all time. And he's going to find a way to kill Billy. As much as Billy's going to come at him and the voice is going to empower him, David Harbour Santa is he's going to revert back to that medieval Viking that is used to swinging a bloody hammer, skull crusher around, killing fools, bigger than him. I mean, it's going to come down to it. That hammer is going to be an axe, and he's going to take Billy to the cleaners. Billy will have no chance against David Harbour Santa. Double knockout. And by that, I mean he knocks him over and then takes his head off. David Harbour Santa for the win.
And Billy's probably still licking some of his wounds from his battle with Art. But I will agree with you there too. I think David Harbour in that matchup takes it pretty easily. I will ask you this though. Let's say instead of being a crazy warrior from the Viking ages, what if Dave Harbour Santa was a Nazi? Does that play into it at all? Does that change things? Because that is where we see the true rage from Billy.
Well, let me say one thing. How dare you ever make me vote for a Nazi to win a fight, you son of a bitch. That changes things. Because there's...
Chris is a supporter of the Axis countries.
If he's a Nazi Santa, Billy's going to kill him just because there's no chance in hell I say a Nazi Santa's going to win a fight.
Good answer.
Play a politician here.
We don't have to cancel you now. That's great. I need
don't cancel
this show. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Nope. He is. You know what? He would probably team up with Billy to take down the Nazis. That's the type of guy.
That's a really good point. I want to see that movie, by the way.
That would be good. That'd be good. And then, yeah, Billy's
Violent Night, Deadly Night.
There you go. Producers, we got this idea. Yeah.
Give us a call.
You have David Harbour. He's drinking, and then you have Billy going, "Yo, my Dexter voice is telling me that we need to go over to that place because that's a Nazi Christmas party."
And the leader of the Nazis, is the reborn enemy that David Harbour fought when he was a Viking.
There you go. All right.
This is getting good.
There's a movie there. There's a crossover. We got this. Man, That's why I love doing this show, because I kind of had a vague idea in my mind, kind of where I was going to think about, and then it got totally thrown out the window. So
Sexual Tyrannosaurus coming in with the wins.
no kidding, yeah. So the final rankings, in last place, how it happened, I still don't know. But Art the Clown, he got last place, and he's gonna take out some vengeance on somebody.
Am I gonna get killed in my sleep?
You might.
Art the Clown tonight.
You might. How dare you? He comes down the chimney, fucks your shit up. And then in third place, we're going to have Billy. No, wait. Yeah,
Bill Goldberg.
Billy. Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
Jesus. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Billy Goldberg. He I'm sure he loves to be called that. He gets third place. That was by no faults of his own. It was just how. I mean, it's really Chris's
the way
fault.
The cookie crumbled.
He picked the numbers, and that's kind of how it works. So, Bill Goldberg is gone. In second place is Billy. Sorry, Billy, for not getting your name right. Nazi killer. And then we have Dave Harbour Santa. I wish I had another name for him, or just other than Dave Harbour, but Stranger Things Santa Claus wins it.
There you go. We'll go with
wins
that.
It, going away, and you know what? Then he gets his reindeer back, and he can go off and finish his Christmas duties, and hopefully this reinstalls the Christmas spirit that he has. But man, that was fun. I love doing that. We'll
fun.
Think of other
bloody.
ideas.
Oh,
it's so bloody. Yeah, these four movies are they do not hold back on the carnage. I think Terrifier 3 and Silent Night Deadly Night were also unrated, so obviously you can do a little bit more there. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out any of these movies, please do. Now, if we had to put the movies themselves in power rankings, how does it match up?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the bottom movie is. Number 4 is definitely Santa's Sleigh.
Yep, for sure.
I mean, that's not a question.
Yep.
I think in third place, this is a really good one. I think in third place, I would probably put Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. Like, we got a chance to talk about it a lot in a previous episode. Had a good time with it. The only reason it's taking third place is because there's zero chance that Terrifier 3 would not be in the top 2. And it's a really good question, because I think there's two things to consider between who's going to be number 1, right? What are we going for as far, like, what's the rating ranking? Like, are we going by gore? Are we going by how much we enjoyed watching the film? I think if we're going by gore and creativity, we'd have Terrifier 3 at the number 1 rank. If we're going by uniqueness of the idea and how well executed the film was, I think Violent Night would be at number 1. So for me, going by, how sick in the head I am, and how much I laugh at a film that is so over the top with blood and gore and death that you have no choice but to laugh at it. For number 2, I've got to go with Violent Night, and Terrifier 3 comes out on top. So it's a bit ironic that Art the Clown is in last place with the heavyweight bout, but as far as the films themselves, in this case, he's going to come up on top.
And okay, so our lists are good. Our lists are going.
Hold on, let me drop the mic real quick.
Okay. Oh. Our lists are going to differ a little bit here, and I'll give you my reasons. So in fourth place, same Santa Sleigh. It just, straight to DVD, the acting, it is what it is type thing. In third place, though, you're going to be pissed because I am going to put Terrifier 3 in third place. And
how dare you?
This is my reasoning, because in second place, I'm going Silent Night, Deadly Night, because in my own personal moral compass here, I feel like if I put a movie that kills kids over one where the guy kills Nazis, it doesn't really line up with my feelings on it. I will give you.
You're making me feel bad all of a sudden.
I mean, you did have him win. I'm just saying. But yeah, so. And I had such a good time with Silent Night, Deadly Night, mainly for that aspect. What? It is a good watch. So yeah, for that point of it, Art, he kills kids. He's on the naughty list. He's number 3.
That's fair.
Silent Night, Deadly Nights 2, and then I'm putting Violent Night as 1 because of just the general experience of that movie and how it's so rewatchable in my opinion. Whereas Terrifier, that's one that could have easily made our extreme horror edition.
Oh yeah. I'm sure Terrifier 4 is probably going to be. I mean, if they're trying to top Terrifier 3, yeah.
Well, because each of these movies has an iconic kill. The first one was the upside down.
Yep.
I don't even know how to explain it, but the Splitsville. Then you have then obviously the bedroom scene that we talked about, and then in Terrifier 3 was the shower scene. So who knows what these sickos are cooking up for Terrifier 4? But yeah, so obviously all four of these movies I do recommend. Even Santa's Sleigh.
Even Santa's Sleigh.
Just because it's so stupid. You can just turn your brain off and watch a Christmas movie. It does feel very festive. And then maybe we'll do a second round next year with some of these that did not make the cut, and maybe we have different opinions on it. I don't know.
100%.
There's so many great Christmas horror movies out there, it's always been ironic to me because of just, hey, let's gather around, be with the family, and it's like, no, I want to see Santa fucking people up.
Slasher serial killer during what's supposed to be the happiest time of the year.
Right. Yeah, so man, I had some damn fun with that one. So this is being released on Christmas Eve, so hopefully you guys don't see any of these Santas coming down your chimney tonight.
You see
the real guy, and hopefully he doesn't have an axe to grind with you, because they all use axes.
Literally.
Yeah, they all do. So, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas. But with that, unless you have any other thoughts, we can get to our suggestions. But if you have other
just a couple quick things before we move to the next section, I just want to say I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas. And yeah, this was fun. These a heavyweight bout between four killers. I mean, we might have to use this format again as we move on and get to some of our favorite killers in horror.
Absolutely. And just a heads up, guys, because this one comes out on Christmas Eve, which means our next Wednesday episode will be coming out on New Year's Eve. And I think what I wanted to do on this, and I haven't even told you, Chris, is obviously our first ever episode we did the top horror movies of 2025, the 2024-25 season. I think we do maybe a top 5, top 10 of the worst horror movies to count down into the new year.
Love it.
So I kind of think that's where we're going to go on that.
Little preview, little breadcrumbs for you listeners.
There we go. And then Friday this week, we actually went back and forth on what we wanted to do, because this is a very light week in horror. There's really not much out that we haven't already covered. So we are going to do our first ever Merry Creep Mess. We are going to go over the Creep series, mostly the Creep tapes. We're gonna rank the episodes. Each tape has a different name. There's Mark, there's Angela, there's all this. So we're gonna do the spinny wheel and see which one we liked and why. Obviously, I love this series. I love the movies. I love the show. However, there are segments in there that I do not like. So, and I'm sure you're the same way. So, can't wait to talk about that. We're also going to have a special guest on that one. So, tune in for that one. We will give you more info for that. But yeah, with that, you want to go first on your suggestion? Or you want me to?
I'll actually defer to you on this one.
So it's a Christmas one. I just felt needed to be, because we're on a Christmas episode. It's a fairly new one. It's on Shudder. It's called It's a Wonderful Knife, and it's obviously the Christmas version, or the horror version of It's a Wonderful Life. There's a serial killer that goes after this girl's family, kills everybody, and then she says, like in It's a Wonderful Life, like, this would be so much better if I wasn't here. And so it's a very unique perspective on how her saying that, and how it would reflect on society and her life if she truly didn't exist, and how that would change the killer, and how that went. So and other movies have done this. There's like the movie Freaky that does the Freaky Friday thing. There's another one. There was a time travel one that was more like Back to the Future. Spacing on the name of it though. It was on Hulu for a while. I'll think of the name probably the moment we stop recording this, but check that one out, especially if you're jonesing for a Christmas horror movie that you haven't seen. It's not the scariest thing in the world, but it is it's very interesting. It keeps you guessing, and it's just a unique story there. So It's a Wonderful Knife, and I'm interested to hear what you're going to say.
Love it. So I'm actually going to go with more of this is not Christmas focused, and this is actually more of a big budget release. You guys may have heard some people talking about it, but I'm going to go with Train to Busan, which is a fantastic South Korean zombie film. If you guys haven't gotten into South Korean cinema, whether it's drama, whether it's Squid Game, if you were interested in Squid Game on Netflix, South Korean horror, and in this case, Train to Busan, is such a damn good. It's a damn good zombie movie. It's a damn good movie, just as a standalone movie on its own. But the basic premise is a man is trying to get his daughter back up to Busan, South Korea, to reunite her with her mother, his ex-wife, while the zombie apocalypse is happening around them. And 90% of the film takes place on a train where the infection has spread. It's a real great film. I don't want to give too much away, but man, those South Koreans know how to do horror, and they know how to do intense drama building up and climaxes that make you excited. I mean, I'll just leave it at that. Check it out, Train to Busan. I do believe it's on Netflix.
And there's a few parts in this movie that are very they pull at your heartstrings. They
really do.
And what a terrifying setting. If you were on a train,
oh man,
knock it off. It's just like if you're on a plane and there's a zombie apocalypse.
Where are you gonna go?
You can't go anywhere, and you're in a metal tube. Like, there's just the way that they present it. It's such a unique idea, and if you are any bit of a horror fan, I guarantee you've heard of the movie, whether you've seen it or not. South Korean horror movies, Asian horror movies are just they are a different breed, man. They
killing it.
And you know what? Here in America, we try and redo some of these, remake them, and they very rarely hit the way that the OGs do. So keep up South Korea, Japanese horror. It's one day we are going to tackle as much as we can on this topic. But I'm really glad that you brought up that one. It is that one is definitely it's a good watch.
Okay.
It's incredible. So, all right, Train to Busan and It's a Wonderful Knife, two movies that could not be any more different. But yeah, with that, guys, I hope you guys have an awesome Christmas. If you're not celebrating Christmas, I hope you have an awesome rest of your holiday season, and we will see you on Friday.
Before we leave, I just want to say, no Christmas episode is complete without saying the line, shitter was full.
Shitter's full. And with
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full! Thanks for listening to the Roasted Snow Horror Show. Please follow us on our social media pages and tell your friends, pretty please!